welcome, Megan, to the Razor's Edge website. Pleasure to speak to you tonight, and really looking forward to this interview. So, as by way of a welcome, let's see how you are, apart from hot.
Well, thank you for having me. How am I doing? I'm okay. I'm all right.
Yeah.
Hanging on in there. What about you?
Yeah. I mean, it's Wales. We're still the same old. There's no Freedom Day in Wales. We're still
really
carrying on with bits and pieces. But I am going to a festival this weekend. So,
way nice one.
Yeah, up on the top of a mountain, 20 minutes away. Thunderstorms guaranteed on Saturday, so it'll be back to normal.
That sounds epic.
Yeah, it should be good fun. I can't wait to just get out in the field. Yeah. So obviously it's been a big year for you guys already. Interesting in terms of, despite the fact of everything that's going on for Vexed as a band, it's been a big year, which is about to get better with the Bloodstock, which we'll talk about in a minute. But for people that aren't aware of the band itself, give me a very quick introduction about how long you've been together and how you formed and that.
So Vexed was we've only been together, we formed on New Year's Day 2019. So we've only been together a year and a bit, I suppose.
Wow.
Yeah. But we all knew each other and were in old bands together. So it wasn't like we all just suddenly met one day and decided to form a band, and a year and a half later, here we are. We'd been working for years together in other lineups and we weren't enjoying them. And then it came to New Year's Day 2019. We were like, right, we're going to sack that off. We're going to do the music we want to do and start Vexed. And it was kind of like our final shot. We were like, if it works, great. If it doesn't, we're genuinely going to quit music. And thank fuck it worked.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So timing being everything, obviously you formed 3 months before everything locked down.
Yeah.
So that's hell of a roller coaster for you to actually form the band, write the album, get the album ready, and then release it this year. So how did that all come together?
I may have got it wrong. It may have been 2018. I'm so bad with dates. So bad. But it all happened really fast. We had been writing just as a group of friends before Vexed formed. So we had like 4 or 5 songs that we'd done and recorded. We didn't really know what we were going to do with them. They were just sort of there as something to pass the time. Mm-hmm. And then when we formed Vexed, we were like, okay, let's release a single. So we released Elite, and then we were like, let's release another one. So we released Dominate. And then we were like, we should probably write an album. And we gave ourselves 4 months to do it in. We booked the studio in 4 months' time, and we were like, right, it needs to be ready for in 4 months, and we're going to record it. And we just put that time frame on ourselves to make us sort of kick us up the arse. And we wrote it, recorded it, toured with it, and then the world set itself on fire. So
indeed. So you'd managed to play some live shows before everything went tits up.
Yes, we played our first show actually was Tech Fest in 2019. And that was amazing, but it was like a bit of a baptism of fire because we'd had like a few, like 3 or 4 shows booked for before that. But they all weirdly got cancelled or delayed or rescheduled. Mm-hmm. This was even before COVID. And then it was like, right, your first show is a festival, and we shat ourselves. But it was great. And we're kind of in a similar situation again now. We've had nearly 2 years off, and we're going straight back to the biggest show of our lives. So absolutely shitting it again.
So Bloodstock, obviously, for some of us, I've been going for over 10 years now. I know that some people have been quite a lot. Other people, it's their first time. Have you got previous form with Bloodstock?
Yeah, I've been once before. And honestly, I thought it was the most family-friendly, welcoming vibe of a festival I've ever been to, ever. It was just so, I don't know, like, just so welcoming, and just like, there was no like bad vibes at all. It was really nice. I really enjoyed myself. And that was when I got to see Slayer live, so that was dream come true.
So that was it was a couple of years ago now then, yeah?
Yeah, a few years back. I really wanted to go the year Parkway were headlining.
Yeah.
But I just didn't get a ticket in time, and timing was shit and it didn't work out, but I would have loved to have gone to that one.
Sure. So we'll come back to Bloodstock in a second, because obviously that's the main reason we're talking, rather than interrogating you about the album, which you've done to death over the last couple of months. That's all right. But I want to talk a little bit about the album, because it's a really interesting album, really enjoyable to listen to, really fresh and new sounds in comparison to a lot of stuff that we hear.
Thank you.
Great reception that you've got from everyone. All the reviews I was reading on the Facebook page, and when I'm doing a little bit of internet research, you must be really pleased with it.
Yeah, over the moon. Like, and it hasn't really sunk in. I keep saying this to people, like, because we had to release it during a pandemic and we couldn't just like go out and tour it and kind of like feel the experience. It's almost like we're experiencing it through a phone screen, so it's very strange, and it hasn't really sunk in. It all feels a little bit not real. So I cannot wait to be able to like play some live shows and actually make it feel real, because it's so overwhelming, but I don't think we'll process it properly until we can actually get back on stage.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, it is music that actually needs to be played live, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, definitely.
You know, there are certain bands that can make an album and you think, yeah, I can listen to that. But you listen to Vexed and you want to jump around, you want to scream, you want to punch your fist in the air. You don't.
Yeah, it's this music meant for moshing, and it's just not been enough blaring it in the car. It's just not enough.
No, you can't put it on and read a book, can you?
No, definitely not.
So one of the interesting things for me, having been to Bloodstock for quite a few years now, is that there's a tag that your music has, this modern metal tag, which I don't particularly like. I don't particularly like having tags on bands. It's heavy music with lots of guitars and lots of screaming vocals, but lots of nice clean vocals as well with you. So there's a nice balance. But it is for some of the kind of Bloodstock purists, it will be a bit of out of kilter with the kind of black metal, death metal, power metal thing.
Yeah.
Do you have any concerns about how your music will fit in with the rest of the weekend?
I wouldn't say it's concerns. I would say it's more like, I don't know, we feel a bit like nervous, excited, if that makes sense, because we know that it's going to ruffle feathers. But I think when it comes down to it, when you're all in the field and you're just having a few beers and getting drunk and listening to music, people tend to just let go of like the gatekeeping crap and just enjoy it for what it is. Everyone's very quick to kind of be like these gatekeepers online and stuff, but I think when you get in the field and you think, actually, they might be wearing tracksuits, but that's a fucking sick breakdown, they'll get over it. So I mean, we're not worried. We're just more kind of excited and intrigued about how people are going to see us, if that makes sense.
Sure. So obviously for a band as new as you, getting onto the Sophie stage is quite a coup. Regardless of, and I actually think that the British lineup this year actually makes it stronger, because it just shows the strength that we have in this country. Not that I want to come across like a Brexiteer, for God's sake. So
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, tell me how you actually got on the bill. How did it happen?
So it was just completely random. We just had an email one day, well, our booking agent did, just asking us if we wanted the slot. And obviously that was something we were not going to turn down. Bloodstock is something that it's a festival that I've always wanted to play ever since I went. I was like, I need to play this. And I would have been more than happy with the Fresh Blood stage. I would have been more than happy with the Jägermeister stage. But when we got offered the Sophie stage, it was like, I didn't, it's one of those things as well, that because it's going to be our first show back, I'm probably not, I can't let myself think about it too much until I'm about to walk on. but yeah, I think obviously the album just got into the right ears, and they liked what they heard, and yeah, it's amazing, incredibly flattering and terrifying.
Well, yeah, I can understand that. I was talking to a couple of my friends who play in Agrona, the black metal band, who were on Friday.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And Teresa, the lead singer, this will be her third show as the lead singer of the band.
Oh my God.
They dropped the male singer last year during the pandemic, so she's taken on all the vocals.
Yeah.
And they've got one gig at Heavy Fest the week before, and then she's doing that. So you're not alone with the nerves, put it that way.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my God, bless her. Fair play to her. That's tough.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah. They'll nail it. They're good as gold, just like you guys are. So, what can we expect from you? Obviously, lots of big sick breakdowns, and lots of the people that know the album will obviously be aware of it. And the album's about 38 minutes, so you've got virtually time to play most of the album. Would that be the intention?
We're gonna play predominantly the album, but we're gonna chuck in a couple of oldies for people that have been there like from then, and it's just gonna be so aggressive and just hard. Like, it's weird because a Vexed performance is always so raw and passionate and angry and just full of just like energy, and I go so mad on stage when I come off. I usually have whiplash, but I think I'm going to find it hard to actually hold it together and like not cry, because the music is aggressive and angry, but it's going to be really emotional as well because it's been so long, and it's going to be our first performance back, and so we've got a nice got a cool lighting show, and we've got a few trap interludes that might piss off some people, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be really good fun.
It should be brilliant. I'm looking forward to it. You're on the Sunday, aren't you, I think?
Yes.
So when I was talking to the guys from Agrona last night, I said, no pressure, but wouldn't you have liked to have been on this Thursday when there's no main bands on and you could have had all that extra attention? And they both went, do you know what? Yeah, we'd have loved that, but we're on the Friday. So for you guys, obviously on the Sunday, the big danger, I suppose, for all the fans is that everyone's going to be absolutely fucked by the time they get to the Sunday.
Yeah.
And then you're going to kick them in the arse with a show that you've been pent up for 4 days as well as all the rest of the time.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, there is the risk of that, but I think everybody's kind of in the same boat where we've been locked away for so long. Yeah. It doesn't matter how hanging out of our asses we are, we're going to make the most of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's ups and downs of it, but we're just so happy to be playing, and it's just really funny and so cool as well that we're like underneath Judas Priest, but so like, I don't want to say stupid, but like we are just not the right band to be underneath Judas Priest. They are so cool and epic and classic, and we're just not. But we're so just stoked by that. It's so cool.
Well, the whole Sunday apart from While She Sleeps, I mean, most of the Sunday is music for an old man like me, Orange Goblin and Saxon and people like that I grew up listening to. So it's going to be really interesting to see how people watch one of those bands come into the tent, get their head blown off by you, go back out and say, I need something nice and calm like Saxon to keep me going there.
It's going to be interesting. Hopefully they embrace it and make the most of it.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. So are you spending the whole weekend there, or are you just coming up for the day, or how's it working out for you?
We're all planning on coming up for most of the weekend. I think one or two of us are coming up on like the Saturday. But we're gonna come up and just have some fun. We all need it.
Great. One of the things I was talking to Teresa about last night was that there are quite a lot of ferocious front women on the bill, because we have you, there's Venom Prison, who don't exactly hold back, Ginger don't hold back, Teresa doesn't hold back, and of course there's Serena Cherry from Svalbard as well. So all the ladies that seem to be fronting the band seem to be ones that are really going to kick the arse off people, which is really interesting. So we need to try and get a photo of you, all you girls together, because that would just be a brilliant Photoshop in terms of that. I mean, are you into? Do you take much some of those bands influencing you, like Venom Prison, people like that?
I absolutely adore what Venom Prison do, and Larissa is so like just unforgiving and just such a badass on stage. Like, she's so aggressive, and there's not like, when you're watching her, there's no like moment where you're like, this is a female fronted metal band. It's just like, fucking hell, she is epic. And there's like, she's just brutal as fuck. So yeah, definitely we'll be watching Venom Prison and be fangirling at the front for sure.
Brilliant. I don't, it's a bit crude of me to say, you know, female fronted bands. I didn't mean it like that. It's more about the fact that it's nice. It's nice to see. We're not just, I mean, there are other, I mean, there's Haxon, who are a Welsh band from Cardiff, who are playing on the Jägermeister stage, but it's the fact that all the front women there are so aggressive, which is what stood out, you know. I
know what you mean. Yeah, we're all, I don't know how to put it, just, I suppose, we're just all really, really angry women.
Yeah.
And it's great, yeah. There's like different levels, I suppose, of front people, and we do definitely fit into that. Really pissed off. Yeah, it's great.
So for someone that doesn't know what they're going to walk into, what would be, if I was outside trying to persuade someone to come into the tent when you were about to start, what would the strap line be for why someone should come and watch you?
Oh God. Every inch, every drop of anger in your body will be relieved within one song of being in a mosh pit with Vexed. It is literally outing your demons and letting go 100%. And for us, you know, the music on a personal level is very deep and it's got meaning and stuff like that. But ultimately, we just want people to just listen to it and just let go and just have fun. That's all it's about. You know, you get so many people online who try and pick apart your music and be experts on, oh, well, this is played this way and it's technical this way, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, it's not that deep. It's music. And we just want people to have fun and listen to it and just fucking enjoy ourselves. You know, life has been so shit the last couple of years and we've all got a lot of negativity in us. And if you want to get rid of it and feel like this most cathartic experience, come and get in the tent with us.
You've probably got the best government health warning I've ever heard. So brilliant. Just finally, Megan, I won't keep you too long because obviously you're doing a load of these and I'm sweltering by here. So
oh yeah.
Luckily the light isn't shining too bad on the head.
Oh.
So, tell me, where can people find you? Where are your socials? Where do they find out about Vex if they want to listen to you?
So you can find us on all the usual platforms, but our website is vexed.com, and on there you can find merch, music, videos, everything. So that is the hub, vexed.com.
Great. I will be in the VIP area. I'm doing some PR for Bloodstock and for the Razor's Edge. So I know what you look like now that I didn't before. But if I see you, I'll say hello. And fingers crossed for it. You won't need it. I think you're going to rip a new one, and it might be the last lease of life that we all need on that Sunday when we're all a little bit the worse for wear. Yeah,
I'll try and make sure of it.
You will. Don't you worry. You have a great event. Enjoy it all. Enjoy the experience, because that Sophie stage is a big stage, so there's plenty of room for you anyway.
Yeah. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for wanting to talk to me. It's been really nice.
You have a good time, and I'll see you there.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Meg.
Thanks for listening. Make sure you keep up to date with future episodes by subscribing to our channels. For more information on this podcast, or for all the latest music news, reviews, interviews and more, head over to our website, www.therazorsedge.rocks.